Well, hello everybody and happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Yay! I'm so excited because I'm off this weekend. So I'll have plenty of time to do some stamping. But I wanted to bring you this really cute card. This was inspired by my friend Tanya Reed. She made a card very similar to this. I'm going to show it to you. So I get together with a group of demonstrators every few weeks, and we all bring a shoebox swap, which means you bring your own project in a box for everybody to make. So then you leave with everyone's project. So this was her card, and I thought it was adorable, but I wanted to change it up just a little bit, and I added some ribbon, and I embossed the top part and changed the sentiment and sponged the circle and added another layer. So I changed it up just a little bit to make it a little bit mine, but I loved her original idea, so thank you, Tanya, for that. And it's a really easy card, and I did it in my classes yesterday and the day before, and my customers just had a little bit of trouble lining up these flowers. So I just kind of had an idea pop in my head last night that I should have used the Stamparatus, and I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of forgot about it. But so I'm going to show you today how to do this card with the Stamparatus, and it makes it so much easier. So let's get started, and let me show you what we're using today. Let me get my computer going to see if anybody's on the live. And of course, my computer doesn't want to cooperate. Of course it doesn't. Always with the computer. Let's see. All right, here we go. Oh, we have a bunch of people watching. Let's see, and I need to push this up a little bit or twist my phone down. There we go. All right, hey Sharon, hey Diane, hey Carol. How are you guys doing today? It's a hot one today. I was out earlier and it was just miserable. All right, so first thing we're going to use is this beautiful peach paper. This is called Euro Peach, and it is on sale this month for 15% off, along with a bunch of other papers. So first one is this one, and then you turn it over and you've got some little peaches on the back. Then you've got this big peach one with the blue. And that's the reason I added the blue around here. I just loved the color, the blue that was on this one, so I thought I'd add a little bit of blue to that one. This one has the blue on the back too. And then I'm using this piece with the stripes, and that's also pretty on the back with the blue flowers. And then we've got this piece, which is just the flowers, kind of like the ones we're doing today. And the back is the striped blue, which is really pretty. Then we've got some more peaches and polka dots on the back. We're using this piece too. And then some more flowers. And this one has green on the back. So that's a pretty color too. So that's the paper. And like I said, it is on sale for 15% off. So it's $9.78 until the end of the month in case you want to get it. So that's a really good deal. And we're also using the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. So we're going to be using these two, actually that one too. So these three, oh, this one too, the Happy Birthday. And I've seen some other cards where people use this like as cherries or different fruits just by changing the color. So that was a good idea too. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Margaret. So we're using that stamp set, and we're using this embossing folder, the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. And I went ahead and did that ahead of time. That's a really pretty one. And we're using the Stamparatus. So let me get your paper products first, and then I'll show you how to use the Stamparatus. And I'm going to start from scratch. So if you have never used the Stamparatus, or you have one, you don't know how to use it, I'm going to show you. So we've got first our background, which is 5.5 by 8.5 petal pink, and then 4 by 5 1/4 white, a 5 1/4 by 2 designer paper of the Euro Peach one, and then another piece of the designer paper 3/4 by 5 1/4. This is the embossed piece. It's 1.5 by 5 1/4. This is the circle. I already went ahead and punched it out. You need a 3 by 3 white piece to punch that out, and that's from the layering circles. And then this is for the words, 1/2 by 2.5 of white. And then a piece of ribbon. This one is 8 inches, and this is the, what is that color? Pale Papaya ribbon. And you also need another little piece besides this, but this is the main piece. So let's take all of these off. and get started. And the main thing I want to show you is how to do the circle on the Stamparatus. So let's just do that first. So we'll get all those out of the way. So what I did ahead of time is I took a 1/4 sheet of white cardstock and I punched the circle out of it. And then I just left it in there. So this was the circle die right there. Oops, it stuck to the magnet. So just wants to go to that magnet. So I punched that out and then just left it in there. So that was what I did to get, because you want a bigger piece. And so when you're doing it yourself, you're just going to take one of these. Like if I was doing it in my class, everybody would get a circle already. You put the circle in here. So it starts out, and then you just put it down, line it up. All right, so then we want to put the stem on here. So what you do is you lay it down exactly where you want it. And I'm kind of doing it upside down because I think it's easier to have the stem in front of me. But on the card, I'm actually turning it the other way. But I'm going to stamp it this way, if that makes sense. So I want it just a little bit to the right because I want my happy birthday to go here once I turn it around. So I'm just going to position it exactly where I want it. And I've got the stamp side down. This is just the flat side. Once you get it where you want it, you're going to close this and pick it up. Okay. And that just stays there because I've got it taped with some of that, what is it called? This Post-it tape. I've got Post-it tape and the magnet because I don't want it to move. And I just kind of lined it up on there. It doesn't really matter how you line it up as long as you make sure your stem is in the right place for where you've lined it up. All right, so then we're going to stamp that. So I'm just going to ink it up. Let me move this over so you can see it. And it does help if you have something underneath so it's flat. So you're going to just ink it up. And try not to get it on your glass area. And then we're going to close it. And I did remember my little Chucky tool that my friend Deborah made for me. So this is called a Chucky tool. So instead of having to do like this and just press it, this just kind of gives you something to grip on, and you just rub it like this and put a little bit of pressure. So thank you, Deborah. I don't see you on here, so I don't think you're watching yet, but if you watch this later, you'll know that I used your Chucky tool you made for me. All right, so now we've got that in the right place. So I'm going to take this out because I want to do the other one on the side so it's easier to see. So I've got my other plate. So now we're going to take the other stamp, which is the petals, and you're going to put them upside down so the petals are, so the stamp part's facing this, and line it up. So, and you want to make sure these are clean so you don't mess up your paper. All right, so I've got the stems right here. So I know I have this stem, and this stem. And the biggest flower goes on this end. So I'm going to put that there. And it looks like I've got them all lined up. So then you close it again and stick that one on. Whoops. And try not to get this to move. I don't know why it's so sticky. All right, so then we're going to ink it up. And this is the Petal Pink. Oh, Michelle, you did a class just like this one. Hey, Deborah, I'm using your Chucky tool you made for me. All right, so put a little bit of ink on there. That's Petal Pink. And then we're going to close it again, and it should line up perfectly on here. And let me use my little Chucky tool. Give it some good pressure. And the good thing is with the Stamparatus, if you mess up, you can always do it again. But that looks pretty good. So it's lined up pretty well. If you don't like it, you can always start over again. But that's how you do it. And then you just set those aside. So now we're going to pull this out, and it's in the right position. I've got my, if I wanted to make 50 of these, I could just leave these on here and just keep going. Boom, boom, boom. Really fast. So now we've got this done. And I'm going to finish stamping it. So I've got, next color is Calypso Coral. And I'm just going to stamp the little tiny flower on here. And this one's easy to do. So you just go in the center of each one. And there you go. And then also, while I've got that out, I'm going to sponge my background, which is the flower embossed piece. Hey, Deborah. All right, so we're going to take our blending brush, dab it off because I just want it really light. And I'm just going to sponge that on here. I don't know why I always call it sponging, but it's not really sponging, but it kind of is sponging, but it's more blending. So I'm not really pressing hard because I just want to get the flowers that are popped up. All right, so there's that piece. And then also I want my words in that color too. So I've got happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp that all the way to the left because I want to do a little arrow, and I can't see unless I pull it close to me. And give that some good pressure, and there you go. Perfect, perfect. All right, so that's it for stamping, and then I've got one more thing to sponge, and that's the blue. I really just wanted to add some color to the circle. So I took the balmy blue, and I just went around the edge like this, or you can do it this way, kind of like flecking. That might be a little bit too dark, but it works pretty good. So you just want to go all the way around that circle, and I'm just going to add it a little bit more, but I don't want to cover my flowers. Oops. So we're just going all around the edge, and then we're going to put it together. So that was a really easy card, especially if you already have your Stamparatus set up and it's ready to go and you don't need to position it. You can whip these cards out in no time flat. So the white piece is actually the back piece to put all my layers on. So I'm going to glue this down to the white using my green glue. Oh, you got your catalogs today. Yay! Did anybody else get their catalogs? I gave them out in class yesterday and the day before for everybody who came to class. But I was hoping you guys would get them around the middle of the month. All right, so we put that down at the bottom. Then we're going to put our embossed piece at the top. And just hold that for a second. Whenever you have an embossed piece, it takes a minute for the glue to like make it stick. I was so mad today because I went to go get gas and I was like almost on empty, and yesterday I was going to get gas, but it was like $2.87, and I said, no, I've got to go over to near Sam's today because I had to meet with my financial advisor this morning. So I checked Sam's price, it was $2.82, and I said, yeah, I'm going to wait definitely. I'd save 5 cents, plus I have a credit card, so I save 5% on my, I get 5% back on my gas purchase. So it was $2.82. Then I check again this morning, so I go to my meeting, and after my meeting I go over to Sam's. It had gone up to $2.91, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So I should have just got it yesterday. And then I said, well, while I'm over here, I'm going to go to Arby's for lunch because I love their, I know I say it wrong, gyros, but I know they're probably called gyros, but they have the best ones. They're so good. So I drive over to Arby's, and there's a line of at least 12 cars in line. And I knew I had to come home and do this video before I went to work because I've got to go to work in a little bit. So I didn't get gas cheap, and I didn't get my lunch. So I came home and had some pretzels and spinach dip for lunch, which is totally not healthy at all. So I was kind of bummed because I did all that for nothing. All right, so this was just a smidge too long, so I just trimmed it a little bit. All right, we're going to put our ribbon right around the middle and just tape it to the back. Oh, I cut way long piece, so I probably only need about 7 inches. I don't know why I cut that so long. All right, and then we're going to glue that down to the back piece. And I'm going to put a little bit on the ribbon too. I mowed the grass this morning too, and it was so hot. I went out about 7:45 trying to beat the heat, but it was already so hot. It's like 90, I think it's about 92 right now. Oh, Tracy, you got your catalogs too. Yay. Yes, Deborah, I am batting 1,000. You're right. And mowing the grass in that heat wore me out because I am so tired, and I have to go to work at 3:30, so I am pooped. All right, so now we're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. So let me get some of those. And oops, I got something stuck to my scissors. Did anybody get that Tillamook ice cream I was talking about that was on sale? Oh, Margaret, I live in Chesapeake, Virginia. Sorry. Did I even say that in the beginning? I can't remember. Did I even say my name? I don't know. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com. All right, so we're going to put this on. I'm so tired. I just can't even, I'm like about to fall asleep. That heat, it just wears you out. I don't know how people work in the heat all day. I could not do it. I'm glad I have an air-conditioned job, or I just have to sit at a desk most of the day. Although it's not good for my figure because I keep gaining weight. Although probably that's because of the ice cream. All right, so we're going to put this on just tilted a little bit. So we're doing it upside down from the way I stamped it. But I wanted to have room to put this happy birthday on here, right here. And I'm going to cut a little banner out of the end. Just a little one. And so what we want to do is put it right here, and it's going to be flush with the circle, but I want to put a dimensional right here because this is on a dimensional. So you want to have it even so it's not like stuck down there. So let's get another dimensional, and we're just going to put that right where the tail is on the banner, and then put some tape on here and just stick it right there, kind of hanging off the end. Oops, I forgot to peel off the thing to make it sticky. All right, so if you were at class yesterday or the day before, you already made this card. And then we're going to put some more ribbon on, just a little knot right here. And I like to just leave it on the roll to do this. So I just keep it on the roll and then just put it underneath and then just make a little knot and trim it. And I think you waste a little bit less ribbon doing it that way than cutting a piece ahead of time. So this is really, really a simple card. Even though I kind of jazzed it up a little bit and added some more steps, it's still really simple. And I think that Stamparatus makes it really easy to do. Oh, and we got to put some bling on here. So I've got the elegant faceted gems. I'm going to add a few of those. And we can just put those wherever you want. I'm going to use a big one and a couple little ones. Let's put one down here. And there you go. So we're done. That was a pretty quick card. Oh, yeah. Hey, Diane, you were at class. Oh, sorry, 104. Is that your temperature, Margaret? Well, you live in Utah, I think, don't you? I know it's hot there, but we have humid. We have a lot of humidity, so it's really like muggy. All right, so I hope you guys liked that card. And you'll go make one of these too. And don't forget, if you want the paper, it's on sale right now. You can order right here, stampingwithlisa.com. There's the host code for July. And don't forget, I'll send you lots of gifts with your order, depending on how much it is. Oh, no humidity there. I know. I love Utah. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget, or Facebook, either one, don't forget to leave comments, and you can win this card because I'll pick a winner. And I will send you this card in the mail if your comment is chosen. And thank you so much for joining me today for this quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll go make some of these because these are some easy cards. And you can just change the stamp set and make it whatever you want. You can use almost any stamp set for this layout, and it would be really pretty. So thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you again on Saturday for another video. And try to stay cool in this heat. Bye-bye.